Hi, I'm Ashley Appap.
And I'm Hayley Tanto.
Welcome to Call an Adult, a Pretty Little Liars recap podcast.
Each week we'll dive headfirst into the absolutely bonkers world of PLL as we recap the iconic series.
Where everyone is hot.
And no one calls an adult.
Let's go, bitches.
A. Hello. Hola.
Hola. I'm in a place called home.
Home.
Because home is where your heart is and my heart is with you. Hayley?
My heart is with you, Ash, and
Also-
my heart and your heart equally are also with
Dale!
Hello.
Oh, wow.
Oh, A himself is here.
Wow.
It's A.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
You've heard the Andrew Cunanan that you are A.
Well, and you
Yeah.
know you're A because you're A.
'Cause you're A.
It's true. I've been working away, been spending a lot of money on dolls.
Yeah.
Our bank account's not looking good and I didn't really know why. And also there are like heaps of dolls in our garage, which I just thought was like, they were just being Miley. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a side hustle.
He's just
Away.
being Dale.
And a lot of gloves.
He's
What
just
about-
being Dolly.
What are black hoodies?
Black
It's
hoodies.
just normal.
Hey, he's a mysterious man.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes
I mean-
Mona will scurry through our house. Janelle
I'm
Parrish like
texting a lot.
scurries.
She loves to run. How are you, Dale? We haven't had you on the pod in
I know.
Eons.
Literally since season 1.
Yeah, season 1
Wow.
finale. And I guess I've been good since then. I've been very busy
It's been years.
being A.
I don't know what you've been up to.
Mm-hmm.
And just for context, Dale is my partner and my fiance, just in
That's
case.
me.
Mm,
That's why I'm
fiancé.
here.
If someone is, every now and then we remember that someone could be tuning in for the first time on an episode.
And that is a wild
That's crazy.
thing to potentially happen. And if that's you, hey,
Hello.
Welcome.
happy.
I'm not here all the time.
I think it would be
No.
1% of, like, it'd be like 0.1% of our listeners.
The
that would
1%.
But
Wow, the 1%.
If you're part of the 1%, welcome. We're
must
happy to
be
have you.
nice.
Must be
Must be
so
pretty good.
nice.
But yes, Dale, and just you are a storyboard artist, animator,
That's me.
Icon.
comedy
Icon.
legend.
Comedy legend.
Okay. Okay. I don't,
Okay.
I don't know
King of
about
the
that.
streets,
And-
king of the
I
sky.
don't-
And
I'm not
secret
on the
fan of
streets much.
PLL,
It's true.
Not so secret anymore.
in that he has seen some of it.
I watch it sporadically over Hayley's shoulder, kind of.
Yeah.
Can
or
I-
I'll be sitting next to her saying things.
And very funny thing.
They're
And
very
that's,
funny things.
That's why people love you.
Hayley-
And people ask Dale to, like, people comment, they message, they're like, bring Dale on. So if you're like, why is Dale here? It's because you asked for it.
It's
so
your
you're
fault.
welcome. You're welcome. What can I ask before we get into? We do have to get to this. This episode is and the next episode. We're gonna spoiler. Dale will be here for this episode and the next one. Incredible. We're so lucky.
We're coming up to the
Two.
mid-season end.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
An important one
Next
too.
episode.
A crazy one.
A great one.
Dale, just who is your favorite character at this point in the show? I'd like
I've
to
been
know.
thinking about this. I've had to think about
Oh,
it.
and because also we do have questions from listeners that I'll talk about at the end. And I think some of them are like that, but I think that's a very good question from Ash.
I think at this point in the show, I thought about it. I think it is Hannah, maybe.
Wow.
Okay, Hannah, maybe.
Just as like, she just seems like pretty, like the most sort of almost normal person.
She's an every
Yes.
woman.
Yeah.
She's every woman.
She is. I think she is. I think
so.
her and Arya are meant to be like the accessible
Yes.
characters.
Which Aria is not. I don't.
Exactly.
No, she's
I don't relate to that.
It's Hannah.
It's Hannah for us.
She's
Yeah.
Absolutely. Beautiful.
Okay, great. That's my
Perfect
answer.
Wow.
Thank you.
We respect that. We appreciate it. And now we have to get to
Into
the
it.
show.
Let's
Oh,
blast through these segments.
I'm so excited. Okay, everyone. This episode that we will be covering today is season 4, episode 11, and we love the title, Bring Down the Hoe.
That is the most PLL title of all titles. One day, maybe for Patreon, we should like rank all the titles. Or
That's a
like-
great idea.
Or try to find very PLL titles. Anyway, that's in the brain box.
An
Okay.
Ideal woman.
Because Bring Down the Hoe is incredible.
It's beautiful. This episode was directed by Melanie Mayron.
Oh.
Get it? And written by Alpha Goldstick, Icon,
Oh,
and
we love.
Francesca Rollins.
Okay.
And this episode came out on August 20th, 2013. Now,
Oh, wow.
happy birthday to you out there. If your birthday is August 20th, happy birthday to you. Including these August 20th birthday icons, Demi Lovato,
Wow.
who I'm a
Baby, I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry and I've seen her live twice. I was a big Camp Rock girl. What can I say?
Amazing voice.
Amazing
Camp Rock.
voice. Amazing
I haven't
lore.
seen Camp Rock.
I only know that clapping.
I only know the clapping
Camp
bit.
Rock. It is important. Happy birthday to equally, maybe more important icon, Andrew Garfield.
Wow.
Wow.
Spider Guy himself.
Social
The
network.
spider.
Happy birthday, Misha Collins,
Okay.
actor. Happy birthday, Amy Adams.
Night bitch.
Night
bitch.
bitch
that what it's
herself.
called?
Yeah, I
Night
think
bitch.
so. Yeah.
Night bitch. That's
Night
so
bitch.
funny and so 30 Rock.
So it is so 30
Tracy
Rock.
Jordan is fat bitch.
Mm.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, King Ki-hee Kwan from The Goonies / Everything Ever All
Oh
at Once.
my
Wow,
God.
beautiful.
A transcendent film.
Important stuff. Happy birthday, TikTok's Elise Myers, who was bullied off the internet. Sucks. She was lovely.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Al Roker,
Oh.
the man from TV. And of course, to you and yours who were born on
I feel like
August
everything
20th.
I know about Al Roker is from 30 Rock.
Yes, absolutely.
Everything about NBC newsreaders and NBC in general, talent on NBC, it's like 30 Rock taught me
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
Yeah. So shout out.
Shout out to 30 Rock.
And now, Hayley and Dale, I'm going to extend this to
Oh my
you.
gosh.
It's time to guess what the number one song was on August 20th, 2013, the release date of this episode.
Okay.
We have Cruise by Florida Georgia Line. We have Royals by Lord.
Wow.
And we have Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke featuring T.I. and Pharrell.
Now it's been blurred lines for a long time.
It has.
Oh,
A really, really long
We'd
time.
love to knock it off its perch.
I'm gagging to knock it off its perch. I don't know this Cruise song. I'm sure I would know it if I heard it. I don't know it.
I can't tell you what it is.
I do
Is
think
this, how are these multiple choices made?
Ash.
Like, are they all in the running?
They're all in the running. They're all in like the top 5 of that date.
Okay. All right.
And I'm not telling you which one's number one. You got to guess.
I am going to say blurred lines one more time.
One more time.
Because I hope I'm wrong.
Okay.
And then from next week, I don't want to say blurred lines anymore. I'm done. And I do hope Lord takes it out.
I'm going to go with Lord just to
Yeah.
have
a difference.
Contrarian.
It better not be Cruise.
Oh boy.
Well, Dale. Unfortunately, you're wrong. And Hayley is
Oh
Blurred
my
Lines once
God.
again.
Man, Bloodline's
bad.
taking it.
Sucks.
Blurred
to say
lines
it.
was,
I guess
I
it
guess,
had
a cultural movement.
it had a stranglehold.
Because it was like, oh my God, fun song. And then kind of counterculture to like, this is fucked.
You know what it was?
So it was like a lot.
It was that single riff of really fucked us up. And it's
You
good.
wanna
Bum, 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 dum, dum.
Because then I think he like cheated on his wife like straight away or like Paula Patton. Anyway,
Stop cheating on your wives.
Paula
Stop.
Patton?
Paula Pell?
Paula Pell? Oh,
Paula,
Paula Pell.
no, but Paula Patton.
Paula Poundstone?
I think her name's unless I'm
What's
like,
with all the alliterative Paulas out there?
Wow. Peter Parker? Paula Pell?
Pick the piper.
Peter Peeper?
wait.
Better. Speaking
I
of
just wanna
pets,
I want to see that.
speaking
it's
of
Paula.
pedos, back to PLL
Oh, yeah.
because they're everywhere.
They're
It is Paula
everywhere.
Patton, yes.
God,
Beautiful.
beautiful.
we are a lexicon of pop culture, aren't
If there's
we?
one thing Hayley knows, it's early 2010s pop culture.
Oh yeah.
More than anything.
Oh, it's my skill, it's my calling, and it's my life.
Mm.
Okay, so
Let's
Blurred
go.
Lines takes it. We hate.
Okay, now, Hayley, let's hear from Australian streaming service Stan.
Australian streaming service Stan says, the school hoedown becomes the site of A's latest showdown. That's a really good one because it rhymes.
It does. Yeah.
And it titillated me to see that we had a hoedown.
Oh.
Boom, boom, clap, boom, de clap was what I thought of immediately from Hannah Montana.
Hoedown, throwdown.
Absolutely.
Is it called hoedown, throwdown?
Yes, it is.
When we were watching the episode, I'm like, reminder to watch hoedown, throwdown because Ash will reference it. And I didn't,
And that's okay.
but I know it.
It's a song?
It's a song
Yeah.
from, I think, the Hannah Montana movie.
Yeah.
Ah.
Great times,
I
great
love
classic
Hannah
hits.
Montana.
As do I, you know?
I love Miley.
Oh, yeah.
What are
Speaking
the
of
12-year-olds? Speaking of,
transitions.
yeah.
The 12-year-olds are
Age.
here to tell us about this episode, and now it is time to read what
my God,
they've
Seymour.
said. Seymour's getting slapped.
Oh.
Oh, look, he's up in Hayley's camera. Woo! Okay. Now that the police found one of Ashley's shoes, courtesy of A, in Emily's wrecked house, Ashley is looking guilty again.
Oh my God.
At school, Hannah finds an envelope with thousands of dollars in her locker with a note that says it can help her mom. Later, Hannah finds out that it was sent by a guy named Travis, who tells Hannah he knows her mother didn't murder Wilden. He says he saw her at the lake with Wilden after his dad towed Wilden's car from the lake, but heard the gunshots after she drove away. He saw a blonde female run away into the woods.
Me?
Oh my gosh.
Hayley? After Hannah encourages him to, he tells the police. Emily remembers Alison told her that she broke up with people's boyfriends for them, and once had a gun pulled on her as a result. Meanwhile, Cece is shown in her apartment, which is plastered with pictures of the girls, including Alison. A red trench coat is seen sitting on her chair. At the school Western-themed hoedown, Emily and Spencer catch a glimpse of Red Coat. They follow her outside, and when they get in a tractor, they discover Red Coat is in the haystack in the back. They try to attack her, but strangely, all they find is her coat. Toby and Spencer get into a fight after Spencer reveals that she told the girls about Toby's mother. A texts him Dr. Palmer's address and then calls the police just as Toby attempts to break into his car. However, Spencer told Caleb to follow Toby, and Caleb tries to talk sense into Toby before they both narrowly evade the police. Aria visits Ezra's apartment and he talks about his issues. Which ones? A is seen eavesdropping on their conversation, and when the person turns around, it's Cece Drake! And then, of course, there's an A ending. A makes voodoo dolls of the 5 lies. Aria, Spencer, Hannah, Emily,
Alexander Emily. Sorry.
and the newest one, Mona. A takes the knitting utensil and stabs the Mona doll. Wow, that was a word salad.
But it was a good recap because I needed the recap.
It really told us the things that were happening.
Because even them being like, oh, Aria goes to Ezra's apartment. I'm like, oh, that's in this episode. Cool. Which I will have in my notes, but we did watch this and the next one back to back. So
as we all want to do.
Fucking Ezra. All right. That was a good one.
It was a good one.
And it was really well read.
There was probably like a B plus, maybe even A minus, because they gave
it an A minus.
all of the important details. It was just hard for me to read.
And the sentences were like kind of short and yeah.
Good job. Good job,
Good
girls.
short sentences.
It just
That's
made
good
sense.
writing.
That is. Okay, so the girls are speculating about Cece being the person living under Alison's house. And they're like, let's check it out, dolls.
So they're doing this in the courtyard. Now, you know I look for the little things in life. And the girls are eating pasta in the courtyard and it looks really yum.
What kind of sauce we got? We got
I think it was like a red like Napoli just on penne, maybe like a pasta bake.
It was a real buffet of food.
It was like crazy. And then they had little bowls of cherry tomatoes.
Were they?
And someone had a burger and we were both just, Jayla and I
My
were like.
first note is we are both completely distracted by the food on the table. And we have not listened to a single thing that they've said.
Yeah.
Well, this is perfect because as the listeners know, that's the opposite of what we take notes about.
And they're equally important things to note.
So I didn't even write where we are. Where are we?
Courtyard.
So we're at school and having a buffet. That is, I'm glad you did notice that because that is crazy.
And I just love the courtyard. I'm like, I would have, you and me should have lunch in that courtyard, Ash.
Is there an indoor eating spot that they ever
Yes, there is. There is. There's like a food hall.
There's like a cafeteria. I think we've seen it.
I feel
Definitely.
like they're often outside eating.
I guess it depends like what set they have that kind of filming block potentially. Aria is wearing a tiger jacket, but I don't mean like a fur print. I mean it's like paintings of tigers. And then I think later in this episode she takes it off and she's wearing a tiger tee.
This girl.
So she loves a tiger.
Loves tigers.
It's
and then I also
rawr.
just said Hannah looks like a receptionist at the Oppenheim Group in 2012. So not a now selling Sunset Girl, but like whatever the Oppenheim Group was like in 2012, that's how she's dressed. And I don't remember what she was wearing.
She was wearing a pink blazer.
And maybe like a blue dress.
And like a long blue dress of some kind. Went right down to the floor.
Yep.
Maxi.
And those are the details. So now we're all on the same page.
They're talking about, of course, because someone living underground and there being the holes. And Spencer recommends wear underwear at all times to Emily when in that house because she's like, you never know who's going to be looking through those holes up at
and those
the
holes are big.
They're big old holes. I don't
which
know
we
how
see
you
later.
see
Like you really see a lot.
Really see a lot.
You
of
see a lot,
holes.
and then sexy can I? But the other one, Tanner comes in. I feel like we haven't seen sexy can I.
Where's
in a while.
Mulbrook?
Where's Mulbrook? Tanner comes in. She's so cunt. I love her.
I literally wrote Tanner is cunty.
She's cunty. Like, sorry. I love her. I don't know how I felt about her when I first watched it. I can't remember
Yeah.
literally how I felt, but now I'm like, my girl.
Well, she's on the side of justice.
Exactly.
At the end of the
Is
day.
she kind of an antagonist to the girls? Or
In this
not
scene,
really?
she's quite antagonistic.
Yeah.
I think they think that she is, and then as things unfold,
Yeah.
we see that she's just looking to make things right.
And they have every right
Yes.
to not trust the law
Well, yeah.
enforcement in this town.
or any adults, because
Or
they're
any
either going to try to
adults.
kill them or fuck them.
Yeah.
That's what we've learned.
That's true.
That's what we've learned. So she reminds the girls that the local PD is still investigating Emily and Pam's car house situation, is how I've shorthand written that.
And they say that they found a muddy shoe at the crash at the scene of
Yes.
Emily's house, which
which
is like,
was in the little A
ooh.
scene from last episode.
Yes, it being planted. Also, there's a moment where
So now it's under Tana's jurisdiction. She's like, so
Yes.
now I'm.
Oh,
that's
yes,
all
yes,
good.
yes, yes.
there's also a moment where I think Hannah says, my mom's just she's not my mom, she's just case 79. And Ali and I shout out Queen icon Ali Sheehan and I watched these episodes together.
Wow.
And Ali said, more like case 69.
Oh,
Wow.
So
that's
That's
true.
beautiful.
Sexy
Can I
again. Is that when Hannah kind of? I've written Hannah sussly gets up because she says something like that, I guess.
yeah.
And then Tana kind of taunts her, and it's all everyone's
It's
just
very,
being
like,
weird.
yeah, very antagonistic.
Yes,
Because
yeah.
it seems like this, my note is that the detective seems to be doing bad police work. Just that
Yeah.
she's like, hey, girls at a school, I'm going to come in and tell you all the evidence I found on
Yeah.
the weekend.
That's Andrew Cunanan that the police people in this town do bad police work
Especially to these 4 girls.
to these
Great.
girls.
And then
And
I
they do have
yeah.
to taunt.
She does say
Four.
something to Hannah, and then Hannah is like, I have to go to the bathroom. She like
I have to take a big hot shit.
I have to go to a big shit.
And when you have to go, you have to go.
You have to
Unfortunately.
go.
Feels good.
Then I think after Tana leaves, they're like, okay, this is what, or maybe it's in a different scene. I don't fucking know. But the girl's like, here's what we're going to do. We're
Yep.
going to meet under the house, the rest of us, while Hannah, you go try on bolo ties with Mrs. D.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
So they're like, Hannah, you take. Also, Hannah screams, why does A care what Mona says in the hallway? She yells it very loudly in a way that I'm like, shh. Opening intro, shh.
Got a secret. You can't
Aria.
seem to keep it.
But yeah, and then so Spencer is like, here's the game plan. And yeah, she's like, you have to take Mrs. D shopping because it's hoedown tonight, which is my favorite thing when they're like,
Yeah.
insert event.
Something's happening.
I love an event episode like so much.
It's the line dancing episode. It's iconic. It's an important. They were like, Lucy Hale, what's your thing? Let's put it in this episode.
you like
Did
line dancing?
she?
She's like a country singer.
Because she is, and she
Oh.
looked, I'll have a note on it later, but she really, some of them suited the cunt, her and the cunt. They really suited the
They
country
really suited the
aesthetic.
cunt.
Country.
They assumed the cunt. But yeah, she looked really cute in the country aesthetic. Does that make sense?
Yes. Also, when they're talking about the hoedown, I think Aria says, yeah, so the hoedown is in Watertown tonight. And I said, where's
What
Watertown?
the fuck is Watertown?
Is
And
it in a
why
whole
all the-
different town?
Why do the towns have such simple, lovely names? You got Rosewood, you got Ravenswood, you got Millwood eventually.
Are they all? They're all super
Watertown.
close to each other. They
Apparently.
seem to be zip zopping around
Dale.
between towns.
They zip zap zop.
The way that we have tried to work out
The geography.
the geography of
area.
this.
Can you draw us a map one day?
Sure.
Oh,
I think it's just
please.
Like
four
the map,
dots
you
in
know
a
when you see
square.
Wicked, which now I have.
Oh.
Finally.
We saw it together.
When you
Oh.
we did
oh, true love.
first act is so good. Second act, why are we there?
Did I not? Did
Yeah.
I not predict? Unfortunately,
that Jaden,
was-
our friend Jaden, shout out to Jaden Mashuli, one of the very few guests we've also had, said that of like, you don't need act 2. The movie is going to be wild of like, what's act 2 going to be in the
Do we
movie?
need to see that?
Anyway, but
second
can you make
movie?
us like, you know, at the start of the Wicked live production,
Yeah.
there's like the map
The
on
fake map.
the stage.
You also need to put Philly in there somewhere because
wherever you want.
Pretty much where? Yeah, I don't think it really matters.
these are all the places they go: Philly, New York, Millwood, Ravenswood, Rosewood, Watertown, wherever that is. I think
Where's
that's
the
You
lodge?
see them in New York?
Thornhill.
Thornhill.
You see them in New York later. No spoilers.
Exciting.
Cool.
Do they ever go to California? Caleb goes to Montecito,
Yes, of course.
but I don't think they ever go to LA because I want to see Hannah in LA.
I do too.
I want to see her at the Oppenheim Group selling Sunset.
Modern day, bring it back.
I want to see Ashley Benson on Selling Sunset, I guess.
Ooh.
Yeah,
anyway,
buying a house.
Powers that be, make it happen.
So Hannah's okay. So that happens. Yeah. So it's like we'll meet after school. Do that, Hannah. You take Mrs. D so that we know she's out of the house. Blah blah blah. Get bolo ties, and then they all leave. Hannah nearly has a breakdown at the vending machine, and a handsome buzzcut man is watching her. Ooh. And she's like, "The fuck."
She sees him and fully like rolls her eyes in disgust. She's like, "Ugh, this guy's looking at me." And he doesn't even care. He can fully see that she is looking at him, and he just keeps on staring.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, most of the men in this.
Yeah, to be fair.
Now, my next note is Emily/Paige scene where she's jealous about Rumor Willis, I think, because I was not. I think I was like writing notes from the handsome staring man scene, so I couldn't fucking tell you.
I have to tell you, every time Paige shows up in any of these episodes, I've written go away. I'm not talking about it. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not caring about it.
My note about this scene is Emily's attempted murderer is here to ask if she wants to go to the hoedown. There is jealousy.
Literally. That's correct.
Hell yeah. She tried to drown her, and we will 9/11 never forget
the headline.
Oh my God.
Attempted murderer is correct.
Also important lore, Aria realizes she's never been able to go to a school dance.
Yes,
because her boyfriend was a pedophile.
Yeah, because she invites Jake to the hoedown, and he's like, great. And she's like, oh, that was so easy. It's been a long time since I could go to a school dance with someone I was dating, and that's chilling.
It's sad.
That is a chilling statement.
It's the saddest thing in the world.
Very sad.
Then, these next two episodes, I think this one, the dynamic is really bad. Like the Ezra Aria one feels really bad.
Oh, it's very like manipulative.
He is not. It's bad.
It's bad
because it's going somewhere
good. Then Emily is, I think, leaving class or something, and Ezra snaps at her, and it's fucked. Also, she asks, "Are you growing a beard?" And he's like, "No."
I will,
because he's disheveled.
Literally, he goes, "What? No."
I guess to show that he's like unkempt and not taking care of himself.
And I did say that's great delivery from Ian Harding.
It was.
Yeah. Look, he as an actor.
He is phenomenal.
We've said it before and we'll say it again. We don't have a problem with him.
Mm-mm.
I think he is one of the top people from PLL I would want to interview.
Oh, yes.
Because he's got that like that Penn Badgley vibe, how Penn Badgley talks about like Gossip Girl and like You and stuff, where I think they're very smart men that have played characters that I have had a crush on that are terrible. But I think they would talk about it in such a cool way. They're not like above they're not like above it.
Yeah, of course.
And I would he's like one of my top people to get for this podcast.
Put it out there, might happen.
Well,
I don't know. Also, I like him with a beard, which
yeah.
Did he? It also weirdly made me think about the actor having to grow this beard for maybe one or two scenes.
Yeah, but also it was such
logistically
a short beard that I'm kind of like, it probably maybe would have taken a week or two.
I barely noticed. I think apart from when I was like, I like that.
It was like stubble.
Yeah.
But Emily was immediately like, "You growing a beard?" It's like, "What? No."
Yeah.
And then she again. I think about the room. She's got a college recommendation. I don't know if this is from who's this from?
That was from Rumor Willis. I believe.
Good. And
it's like glowing. It's really good.
And he's like, Emily, to have that be your one problem, which is like, what the she's got problems.
Her fucking house.
She's got a car in her house on top of everything else.
Not to mention her dad in the war.
Her dad's in the war. That should be enough.
Wow, her dad's in the war. And she's got somebody underneath the floor looking at her.
And Ezra knows that. I don't know. But he is like, there's more to life than just, there's more bad things happening, and then he does apologize.
Is it a problem for her that she has a good college recommendation? I don't.
Is it that she's torn? What is
it's
this?
Because she doesn't have a scholarship anymore because she can't swim. So this is, and they don't have the money to send her to a college without a scholarship. So she's trying to go on some other way, I believe.
Right. And then he apologizes and tells her about Maggie taking Malcolm away.
Yes, exactly. And he's like, "Don't tell Aria," which is like, come on.
It's like, you told her to tell Aria.
Next, hey, love, kiss on stairs. Adorable.
I love this. He like puts his arm around her and they're just walking through the school. So he offers her a ride.
Oh,
we'll take it.
Well, I'll take a ride from him any day, and I'm sure she will.
Take it.
And there, he reveals that he and Ashley Marin are conspiring to make Hannah live her life and do normal things.
They're friends and they're texting outside of her.
I want to get on that group chat.
Yeah.
Oh my God, imagine. The hottest group chat of all time.
Oh my God, I want to be on that group chat.
And then they're talking about the hoedown, and in a southern voice, Caleb says, Giddy up, little doggy.
Doggy was an interesting choice.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like,
oh, okay.
I guess that's the saying. That's like a cowboy thing to say?
How is it?
Giddy up, little doggy. I don't really know why.
You're the authority.
I'm the authority on
You're
cowboys.
the Southern Belle.
Absolutely.
Because you're in Southeast Gippsland.
That's true. I'm from the South.
That's the country.
I'm from the South of
He
Victoria.
is from the country in Australia.
Sure.
Is it accurate that someone would say giddy up doggy?
Yeah, back when I grew up, saying it all the time.
Cool.
Part of the lexicon.
Everyone, that's Dale's catchphrase.
Giddy up, little doggy.
Hannah opens her locker and finds a letter from Diva Dish, which I forgot was the name of Cece's
fashion company or something, her shop.
Oh.
Anyway, and I just thought Diva Dish was so funny. And it
From the
says
trunk
maybe
sale. The trunk show.
Yes.
Oh.
Where Arya spills the wine with someone?
The snake?
She's with a young. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Spills the wine with a snake.
The envelope says maybe this will help your mother, and it's got cash. And the handsome boy is still staring at her.
He's just like at a wall, being like,
Just go up and talk to her.
Yeah.
Talk to her. Get some confidence.
Idiot.
Silly. Then Toberky gets in car with Spencer, and they're about to get in the truck. They're about to go somewhere. He turns on the radio.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
and
What
he
starts
hears
playing?
Anytime, the song from the music that we had episodes ago where basically, Dale, the context is that his mum used to play this song for Dr. Palmer, her psychiatrist. And immediately he starts to cry.
And it's her
He's
singing.
immediately deep into crying.
Yes.
This
and
is
also
good acting.
Great
from
acting.
Keegan.
Oh, he's doing a good job.
Keegan is really good at acting intense. As in this time, I think he's a much better actor now, but like in this time, he's very good at acting intense, but he does struggle, I think, with the
subtlety.
With what I think Troyan, Ashley, and Lucy, I'm trying to like say they're like
and
actor
Tyler.
names. And Tyler, all sorry to Shay Mitchell. But what those four really like, they're good at the day-to-day casual acting.
The nuance.
Whereas Keegan and Shay Mitchell are not.
Toby's really like one level or the other.
Yeah.
He's an intense guy.
Good for him. I've also written that he has a Cheverky because he has got like a Chevrolet. So I have been saying the Cheverky this whole time. And as usual, my notes have auto-corrected Toberky to Tofurky.
Tofurky in the Chefurky.
Toberky in the Cheverky.
So he's in the car and he's crying and then he's like, it's my mum. And Spencer's like, please take it out, please take it out. Takes out. There's a CD in there and on the CD it says there's more where this came from.
Wow.
And it says like, it's labeled like Marion Cavanaugh singing anytime or
This
something.
is fucked.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And boring.
Not
Which we've said a lot.
great, but
it is really fucked up.
It is really fucked. And then immediately he's like, I'm calling Dr. Palmer. And Spencer's like, no.
And Dr. Palmer is that old man that was sitting on the bench that time?
Yeah. The man from
That is literally accurate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Man
That
from
is
the
also
bench.
how I remember him,
Who
even
was
though
like,
we've had
I'm a
other
normal old man. Wait a second. I'm crazy.
I'm cuckoo banana.
I'm a normal old man. No, I'm not.
At the brew. So now I start calling Travis, we learn him to be, but I do call him not Wentworth Miller, the cute.
I'm calling
handsome
him shaved head.
Shaved head.
Whole thing.
He's still stalking Hannah. He gets a water. Anyway, and then she like confronts him. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you my stalker? Whatever. And then he just does.
Yeah. I said he has not been paid enough to have a line in this scene.
That's sort of how it felt. Because he goes,
Yeah, he's
He
like,
breathes.
"Ugh."
It's a good breath.
Also, she stops at the door for so long and looks back at him in a way that I'm like, you could say something. She's
She wants
really
you to say
waiting for you to say something, and he does nothing.
Her soap opera training comes in handy then. She kind of looks back and goes like,
She is so good at that. Ashley Benson. Wow.
wow. Then we cut to the girls minus Hannah and minus Spencer in the crawl space and being like, where is Spencer?
I love the girls. And it's just Emily and
It's just
Aria.
Emily and Aria.
Like you have to go minus these two.
And then Spencer does arrive and it's like a tense thing where like, who's going to be there? And it's Spencer. And they're like, oh my God, could you like announce yourself? And she goes, hi, I'm Spencer. I'm climbing into the crawl space.
Wow.
That was
good.
funny.
That's a good line.
I wrote that down because I don't think I have many lines. Also, right before that, Emily tells Aria that she should call Ezra.
Just like, shut up.
This plotline that no one cares about, but just to kind of
I mean,
remind
like
us
a full D&M underneath the house.
Yeah.
Underneath the stars, more like underneath the house.
They find a button.
Exactly.
That's beautiful.
A red button.
They find a button that's like, this is red coat, and then they hear footsteps upstairs.
And then right as bloody Lucy Hale's looking up in the hole. someone starts stabbing knitting needles into the holes.
I didn't know what that was. I was like, what is this long blade?
I retroactively had to write knitting needle because I wrote stick. And then just because I was like, I know this is something, but I'm just going to write stick. And then later they said knitting needles. So I retroactively wrote knitting needles.
I did say that the holes that they look through all just have a slightly different view of one chair. So I don't really know what
the purpose was. Yeah.
What I have been looking at.
AI.
Oh, what AI has been looking at.
Oh my God. Ooh. Also, it's scary because they're like, Mrs. D is out, isn't she? And they message, I think, Ash. Oh my God. They message Hannah and she's like, yeah, she's with me.
We're looking at bolo ties.
They're looking at bolo ties. We're trying to pick the right one.
The girls are whimpering so loudly, which is so fair. Like they're getting stabbed, but they're pretending to be quiet. I'm like, oh, no. You can hear, we can hear ya. Yeah. You're whimpering very loudly.
So loud. And then obviously they leave there and then they're at Spencer's house. And I can't remember how he got there, but they're begging her to tell them what's going on with Turberky because she's being cagey. And she's like, fine, here's the situation. A's giving him stuff in exchange for information about his mum. We think that she was murdered. And I didn't write any of it down, but I wrote beautiful dialogue situation in this scene. Don't know what the situation is, but I thought it was beautiful.
There's a good one.
Is this the scene where Hannah is sitting with like a real strategic Macy's bag right next to her?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, most likely.
Back from Macy's.
Full of bolo ties.
There's like when they're trying to get it out.
Full of bolo ties. Overflowing.
Oh, true.
Macy's got a special deal.
Did she shoplift them?
Maybe.
She's good at it.
She is.
Before they like kind of crack Spencer, because they're like, you look like you've been living a double life. We all know what that looks like. Because I think one of them is like, we've all had boyfriends. Like and then Hannah goes, yeah, even Emily. And then someone goes, shut up, Hannah.
Love it.
Just in a snap. I was like, damn. Also, someone refers to the person over the crawl space before it's one heavy-footed person. And I said, ouch.
Yeah.
Ooh. Whoever that was, they're like, one heavy-footed person. I was like,
El Clompos.
I hope that if I'm poking knitting needles through a hole, someone's like, they're the lightest feet I've ever heard. Wow.
Some petite-footed person
she must
is
be
upstairs.
Skinny as a needle.
How bad would they feel if A had like a moon boot on from an injury?
Exactly.
Because think about it, should have lots of injuries by now after all the shit.
Should always have a moon boot on just to be prepared.
Just to be prepared.
They need a first aid. Like
First A.
First
A.
Duh. Get it?
Duh.
Duh.
I thought you guys were both just going like, duh. Like I thought you would just
like a glee.
And you both did it
change of
together,
scene.
yeah. And I was like, oh, it is like a glee change.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
Da, da. Then Ezra ambushes Arya at the fucking brew and Jake intervenes and makes Ezra leave, and it's so good. It's so juicy. I love that scene. He's like, Ezra's kind of like, and comes up to Arya and is like, yeah, I thought you threw your phone away. Yeah, I see you've got it right there. And she's like, oh yeah, well I'm just still in my life, whatever.
I hated that.
Jake comes over and he's like, hey man, what's up?
Jake is beautiful.
He's doing a good job.
In this moment, beautiful man. Yeah, because he goes, so you didn't lose your phone. I'm like, ew, she's a teenager. Leave her alone. Why are you? The dynamic really doesn't work when he is chasing her.
No.
Which is where we're at the moment. And it's like it's tough.
Also, is this guy that she's dating, who I'm calling Teen Wolf because he looks like the most American man in the world.
He really does.
But he shows up, and so he should know who Ezra is.
He does. I think he does. Yes.
Because
know the context.
Arya's kind of like, this is Ezra.
I don't think they've met. I think is why she's weird about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know if she was like umming and ahhing because she's supposed to call Ezra Mr. whatever his last name is.
Mr.
Flops, Gerald.
Mr. Flops, Mr. Pedo.
No, I think he does know about what's going on.
I think so. I don't remember like when it was shared, but they have a very open.
They're on a porch
dialogue.
or something, right?
Yes.
The
porch.
I think I do remember that.
It was the porch.
Yeah.
She's wearing like a big skirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, he handles it like a pro. Ezra fucks off, thank God, and then he gives her cowboy boots.
He gives her cowboy boots, and my first question was, how does he know what size her feet are?
And she has the same question, and he says it's a gift.
And that's just admitting to a foot fetish.
He's really hot. Let him have it. Let him have a foot fetish. There's got to be something wrong.
That's
not
true.
wrong.
It's like from the moment I saw you, I knew exactly what size your feet were.
Yeah, let him have it.
And I knew that you would be able to line dance like the best of them.
Also, I can assume they are tiny feet.
Yeah.
Tiny
I would
woman.
assume she's got tiny feet.
You're not going to get a boot that's too small.
No.
That's for sure.
No, definitely not.
It's a very like 2013 Cinderella moment. Where he's
Yes.
I think he does have like a good foot fet though.
Yeah, he's into it. And she's like, I feel like
this scene for foot fetishists of the world probably seems like a good scene.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
it's a good one. Yeah. And it feels like, and she says something like, I feel like everyone's staring at us. And my question in that moment was, has Ezra left or is he still in the brew? I don't think we saw him leave. Imagine if he's just on the other side of the brew.
Yeah.
He always wants to be found.
Who is he? Evan Hansen?
You will be found.
Okay, next. Page text.
Oh, yeah. In Allie's, I've got Allie room. So in Allie's room, Emily gets a text from Paige. Oh, and this is just where I wrote, and I think we've said this on the pod, of like, I love how when you see the text chat, it always looks like it's the start of a new chat.
I was going to say,
Yes.
Emily gets a message from Paige. The screen shows no previous messages.
Yeah.
They've never talked ever before.
Or she's deleting them because she knows she deserves better.
That's a good that's a good in-show
Deleting them as
justification
she
for,
goes.
I
As she
think,
goes.
art design.
Well, also 2013, your phone can't really keep that many texts, maybe. Maybe
That's
it's more
true.
You're
of a
being
storage
very
issue.
kind.
You got to save memory.
Also, while we were watching, Ali said, fuck off, you can turn a new page. Which we love. We stand. And then it's a fucking flashback with the sepia tone filter. Here we
Because
go.
of the blue, she looks at the blue nail polish and it goes into the blue
She sees blue nail polish and is like, whoa! Like, has like a full flashback.
And then Allie's like painting her toenails. Is this the foot fet episode?
Oh my God.
Actually, that would be a good episode title because we might get some good hits, or we might get shadow banned.
It's
I'm not
giving
sure if like foot
Tootsies.
fetish. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
It's giving
Is this
Tootsies.
a Tarantino episode? What are we calling it?
Tarantino.
Tarantootsies.
Tarantootsie.
Tarantootsies.
Then in the flashback, yes, Alison's putting blue nail polish on Emily's toenails and they're talking about Ben. And
She says he's a flathead.
Yeah. What is that a fish?
Like it is a fish. It's a good. It's a delicious fish.
Is it? Yeah, it sounds
Delishy
like
fishy.
A flatty.
Flatty tails. Fried flatty tails.
It's yum.
Is the thing my mom
But yeah,
used to
she's-
make for us.
Yum.
Shona, shout out to Shona.
Shut up.
She makes amazing cakes.
I've seen pickies of them.
Follow Cup Away on Instagram.
Yes.
I think she's not
Yes.
making cakes at the moment.
I don't think she really does it anymore.
But they're really cool. So
they're
follow
great.
Cup Away.
Give us some
And sometimes you'll
love.
see like a birthday shout out to Dale. So
That's
follow
me.
his mum.
If you want to find out when Dale's birthday is, follow his mum on Instagram.
Cup Away.
Cup
Go
away.
a couple away.
And then
Oh.
they're talking about, she's like, I don't think Ben's right for you, whatever. I'll break up with him for you if you want. And Em's like, what? She's like, yeah, it's kind of a thing I do. And then she tells a story about when she broke up with someone's boyfriend for them and just slips in like, oh yeah, a guy pulled a gun on me once. Ugh, whatever. Anyway, back to your Tootsies. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Allie
And
is?
she's so like, I think somebody, Emily or whoever is like, and he went to our school, and she's like, he used to. I don't know, like, you killed him? He's dead now? It seems like a lie. It seems like she's lying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Slash.
Pretty Little Lying.
Well,
Allie is she's Pretty Little Lying. Allie is so that person that you meet where, or like you kind of get used to that, like they'll say things and they're like shocking at the start and then you just get used to them like saying attention seeking bullshit. So they will be like, I had a gun pulled on me, be like, okay. And it's kind of to spite them to be like, yeah, whatever.
all right.
That's
Okay,
kind of crazy.
bitch.
But they're very that.
It's very that.
Allie does, right before she's annoying, she gives some sage advice, to be honest,
Yeah.
which I think is just like, RuPaul, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell is anyone else going to love you? Can I get an amen? I think she's like, you need to take care of yourself before everyone else. Eat at something about a buffet
Is
metaphor.
this the
like-
mushy squash line?
I think
Yeah.
so.
You don't want to end up
Which
as mushy
comes
squash.
back.
And I was like, this,
Yeah.
it does, and who cares? Like, but I was like, this is good Allie advice. And then she goes into having the gun pulled on her, and I'm like, okay, you're
Okay,
annoying.
never mind. Then after that flashback gives Emily the information that she already had in her past, I suppose, that she thinks that maybe that person that Ali helped break up with was Wilden. And Wilden wasn't actually dating Allison. He was dating Cece, and that Cece killed Wilden because he was killed him. Wilden killed him.
Killed him.
After she came back to Rosewood. And then the next scene, we have an important moment. We have an important red scrote reveal.
And it's Cece.
And it's Cece.
She calls someone. She's in like an A lair, or she's in her apartment. It looks to me like an A lair, but I guess it's, I don't know.
I'm not.
Yeah, she's just in a room. She has a big printout of Alison's face on a table.
And I've specified she's not in Rosewood. I don't know if she said that. I've just written she's not in Rosewood, but she does have a red coat.
She's like, I'm not going back to Rosewood.
Right. Yeah.
Which I don't know where she is.
Which for the next episode, it makes sense.
Yes. No
Because we're about to change the color grade and head somewhere fucking
spooky.
Spooktown,
USA. So we're like, oh my God, so she is red coat. We have that confirmation.
Huge.
Incredible. And we also know she's talking to someone about this situation.
They're going to say she's tall.
She's tall. Despite the
towering
rumors.
over everyone.
She is Gorgina.
She is.
Beautiful.
Now it is hoe down time.
We're at the hoedown.
I
want to be an extra in this scene. I can't line dance.
Yet.
I can bush dance in that we all did bush dancing in primary school, right?
Yeah.
Fun fact, the nutbush is an Australian thing.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Extremely Australian thing.
I thought it was
an extremely Australian thing about an American town. Song. Like it's an American song.
Yeah.
It's a
Nutbush city limit.
What are the city limits?
So just for context, most people know this, and I don't know if we've said this on the pod, but like in primary school, which is like when you're young, like 5 to 11, 12.
Yeah.
In Australia, you all have to learn bush dancing, which is our line dancing. You all have to learn bush dancing to the Nutbush by Tina Turner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's an important cultural thing.
And then you do it at weddings. You do it at
confirmations,
big events.
communions.
Yeah.
For the rest of your life.
You'll do it as a small child, and then it will just be in your brain forever. And everyone can do it.
And in your heart.
And in your heart.
You have to be able to do the Nutbush. And that's kind of the only, because I feel like based on what I've seen on SNL, there's so many like the electric slide and stuff. There's
the Macarena is universal.
Well, the Macarena, true.
Of course. What do you guys prefer? I'm a Nutbush girl. I prefer Nutbush over everything else.
It's the only one I probably know all the moves to.
We know Macarena. I know Macarena.
That's true.
But it is, I do, the Nutbush goes off when you hear like the
and then of course there's the ketchup song.
Oh my God. When I learned how to do that, I said
I don't think I know I can't remember off the top of my head how to do I know it has thumbs in it.
You count. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
sort of
6,
also Macarenery.
Yeah. It's like
really.
What TikTok anyway.
Not really.
I want to be an extra in the line dancing scene, but I can't line dance. I'm not Lucy Hale.
No one can be, unfortunately, for everyone else.
Because this is kind of like the train where what are these events? These are run by the school.
Don't get us started on the funding that this school has.
Dale, we can't answer that.
Right, it's because Ezra is there as a chaperone.
Yeah, it is definitely part of the school.
But then they go to Watertown, which is where?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Watertown?
And they don't say it's at Watertown, so that's a venue. They say in Watertown.
A town made of water.
Atlantis.
Atlantis. Oh my God.
Oh my God, Milo
The
Thatch.
lost city of Atlantis.
Like Milo's snatched. Okay. Now, Travis asks Hannah to dance.
Hannah and Caleb, I just want to say Hannah and Caleb walk in. They look very cute.
Adorable.
She should dress in hoedown. She should dress like a hoedown hoe more often.
She's in
like
like
red
a hoe
gingham. She should. She's in like this red gingham and it's beautiful. And then yes, Travis. We now have a name.
Dance. And then I think she's like, no. And then he's like, I know something about your mother or something. And then he reveals that he saw Ashley Marin driving away after Wilden was hit and that he knows that she did not murder him. And that also after that, he saw a woman running into the woods and then he heard gunshots.
He saw a lot.
Maybe go directly to the police.
Go directly to the police. Do something. Call an adult.
Don't just call an adult.
Once.
Don't just put a wad of cash in somebody's locker.
He needs to learn how to communicate. And that's toxic masculinity.
That's true.
Yep. So we learned that he also put the wad of cash in the locker. Apparently it was left for him after he witnessed all that on the night of Wilden's moida. That was left for him. So that means the person with the Diva Dish envelope left that for him. And he's done nothing with it because he's like, I don't know what to do because if I clear your mother's name, then everyone's going to think it's my dad's fault because he was the last person to see.
And it's like, buddy, no one cares about your dad.
Unfortunately, your dad's not one of the women of this town.
Sorry, like we don't know his name. Like he's not.
Is
like
your dad at the hoedown?
Yeah, and he's not like Andrew Cunanically, like a thing on the pod. Like he's
get out of here, Dad.
Stephanie Germanotta, you will never be famous to the dad. Does Travis go to this school? Because Travis is really hanging around for only this episode at a locker. He finds a locker.
Did
Does he
like,
go to the
track her
school?
down? I guess he has like a job. He works at the service station.
I think he's a student at the school. Okay. I've just never seen him. And remember, we have no idea how big or small this school is.
It has a fluctuating amount of students.
They
And
change
funding.
it to suit their needs.
Absolutely. Then it's a hoedown montage, and we see Lucy Hale absolutely eat it, and Jake as well. They're both like hoedown, throwdown. They're killing it.
They're amazing.
And then
they're boot scooting. I said they're boot scooting in a way that puts the opening of The Perfect Couple to shame.
Yes, we did watch. Have you watched The Perfect Couple?
no, I have not.
Wow.
It's
lackluster boot scooting.
Yeah.
No, there's just like
they
a
just do a
weird-
big dance.
it's
at the
got like a
opening
very-
of every episode.
They've got a very campy intro where
Okay.
they're doing like a flash mob, and it's like Nicole Kidman and Megan Faye and Dakota Fanning and stuff, and it's like, and it's very, it comes out of nowhere, and it does feel like they wanted that to be TikTokified.
Yeah.
Because it's so.
Well, I did say
We're
like
all criminals,
like-
criminals, baby.
Oh.
It's like the song, like it's
that
really
is-
weird.
If this was modern day, I feel like this scene in Pretty Little Liars would be like a TikTok-y thing. They would try
Yeah.
to make
Okay,
it.
that makes sense.
And honestly, there's a girl behind Aria that's like tall and is wearing like a
Yeah.
mini skirt with her hips out, and I'm like, that's a professional line dancer.
got
Absolutely.
But it's Aria's time and it's Jake's time, and I love this dance.
Me too.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
but
do a
we
great
had-
job. It goes for a long time.
It's a really long montage, which is good because they would have had to really rehearse.
Yeah.
Because we had closed captions on because that's the way I watch it, which is thank God. The lyrics to the song that's playing is "I got some fat wood rolling in the truck bed." I got some fat
Damn.
wood rolling in the truck. I don't know.
Who's
how-
fat wood?
Is that a euphemism for something?
for fat cock?
Yeah, but is it rolling in the truck bed?
I guessed fucking
In
Oh, yeah,
our
in the
bed.
back. Yeah,
Truck
yeah,
bed
yeah.
equates to bed.
We're
Wood.
rolling in the truck bed and it's giving me fat wood.
it. Yeah,
It's on you. It's Andrew Cunanan now. It's
Yeah.
giving
Use
you
it.
Dale.
remix that.
I got to get a pillow.
Ezra's
I'd love
working at
that.
the bar and he's wearing a shirt and tie.
Yeah.
He didn't dress up at all.
He didn't dress up,
Depressing.
and nor
The
should he.
only one not in costume.
And then Jake strolls up to him and is like,
hero.
Urban.
"Get out of my swamp," pretty much.
Yeah. Very Shrek.
Yeah,
It's very Shrek.
Very Shrek.
very Shrek. It's just like very chic, very Shrek.
Very Shrek.
Very Shrek.
Because it was very Shrek.
He just tells him, but he's literally like, "You need to give us some space. You clearly chose to be the chaperone of this event, to be near Aria. Fuck off, cunt."
This is
Yeah.
the opposite of Travis's toxic masculinity that makes him bad at communication.
It's true.
Jake is good at communicating. He's always like, "Aria, tell me what's going on." His biggest crime is that he falls asleep watching a movie in the next episode or something. Anyway, we're not there yet. Spoiler. Major spoiler.
Major spoiler.
Jake falls
Spoiler.
for the
asleep.
series.
Jake falls asleep and maybe he likes feet, which is not a bad
That's
thing.
not
No.
like it's
I'm not here to shame.
no.
No. Hey, not gonna yuck anyone's yum.
No.
You like
But we
feet?
will
That's-
we will be furious if you fall asleep in a movie, obviously.
Don't do it.
Piece of shit move. Then Spencer accidentally reveals to Toberky as they're dancing that she told the girls about the situation with his mother and A and all of that. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And then he says something along the lines of like, "It was making me feel like," she says, sorry, "it was making me feel like I had to choose between you and them." He's like, "Well, you chose them." And he storms off. And we go, "No."
We don't know.
We go, "No."
So like let's get the emotions out and kind of move forward maybe as well.
Yeah.
Like let's get them out. So
Also,
much
I feel like all the A stuff, they should just kind of keep in touch with everybody. Like,
I think so.
For what A is doing.
I think so.
Absolutely.
So much
They should have a
intel.
spreadsheet of what's happening currently with A, who needs to follow up what. They should have
Yeah,
it
they should really-
organized.
they could
100.
organize
Well, I
it
had a
better.
note earlier on that like when Travis asks Hannah to dance, and I think she says to Caleb like, "Oh, it's a lacrosse. It's one of Mike's lacrosse friends. It's a bet." Anyway, so that happens, and then she's like, "Go get us a lemonade." And then I think I wrote there like, "Oh, I wish you'd just tell him like, oi, it's an A thing." And then later she does, so it's okay. Like,
It ends up working.
so I didn't say the note because I'm like, oh, it ends up working out. But I am always like, just tell each other everything. It's fine. Like you're all. Also, another note I had that Aria said, she was like, "We've all got a lot on the serious charts."
It's true.
And it was props I wanted to give her that I forgot. But it is like you're all in like really serious territory. Like, just tell each other what's going on.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
cares?
Let everyone know.
Like you're all in the same boat. Shut.
Communicate. girl.
Everything
up.
could be a clue.
Also, there's
Also that.
literally
Everything.
everything could be a clue. And there's a lot of intel being exchanged during slow dances in this episode.
There's a lot of the 2 speeds are really like extremely professional line dancing and slowly shuffling around a room.
Literally just people walking.
Yeah. Which I guess is slow dancing in a boot scooter. I don't know.
Yeah, it's walking is the slow dancing of hoedowns. And then Spencer makes Caleb go follow Toberky because he's about to go follow the lead to go to Dr. Palmer's car or whatever.
This is good delegation. I don't know why I'm really commenting on people's like leadership skills in this episode, but this is really good Spencer delegation.
Yes,
especially because I don't think Spencer's like, I guess she's a good delegator. She takes a lot on, but I'm like, she's like, you do it.
Yep.
I have to go get in a hay truck.
And then Emily spots Red scrote and she's like, oh. Then we cut back to Hannah on the dance floor. Oh, sorry, not on the dance floor. She's followed Travis to a gas station.
On foot? Where is this?
I don't know. It's in Watertown.
It's around.
Maybe
draw the
Watertown's
map.
very small.
Everything is 3 shop. Everything is 3 buildings next, like one building next
If
to
it's
the
Watertown,
other.
do you think there's gas in those pumps or water?
Probably water. I love
Water-powered car.
Forget it, Jake. It's Watertown.
Watertown.
Then
That's a good episode title. Forget it. Jake,
it's Watertown.
I like that.
Forget it.
But also foot fetish. What about that search
true.
volume?
What about those
SEO.
Tootsies?
Or getting shadow banned? I'm not sure.
Then she urges him like to take the money to the police and be like, hey, I understand you want me to give this to my mum to get her out of jail, but do the right thing, man. And if you didn't want to do the right thing, would you come and tell me about it? What's going on?
Is this where is that his dad in the gas station?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I thought it was a random old man, but I assume it is
But
his
he
dad.
follows him to the police station later in a way that I was like, this guy's here now, I guess. I don't know.
Speaking of gruff old men.
Oh.
So Spencer and Emily, I think,
Yes.
go outside because they want to follow Red Scrote.
Yes.
And Spencer asks the gruffest oldest man if they can borrow his hayride truck, and he's like, no.
The hayride's
And I'm
over.
like, literally, like the hayride's over, and also you're a child. You can't borrow this man's truck.
You can't just go.
Like that's
Also,
a crazy request.
My piece of trivia with Ash, maybe you know, is that this man is played by the guy who plays Santa, and I think you should leave.
Oh my, I did not realize that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I need to watch this again.
I think you should leave sketch show.
Important. And he's in multiple sketches, I believe, as well.
I'm pretty sure it's him.
Important.
That's Triv.
That's true.
There's Trav and then there's Triv.
Triv.
Trav at the gas station, Triv in this room.
Yeah.
Trav and Triv. Maybe another time. There's so many titles of Ep in the
This
ether.
one is
This is
chock full.
This is like a Macy's bag full of bolo ties.
And we are not sponsored by Macy's, but if they would like to get on it, I've never been there. Have you been to Macy's, Ash?
I don't think so.
I've
Have you
seen
been
the
to Macy's?
Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade.
That's
That's it.
crazy, Triv.
How many bolo ties were there?
They were chucking them out. Santa came down and threw them out to the crowd.
There was a bolo tie float.
That's very cool that you got to see that in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very cool. It's nice.
Dale's lived a life, guys.
I've been out there in the
He
world.
lived
Because
a
you know why?
big life.
Because he's A.
It's true.
Oh, yeah,
I was-
he
I
could
was
be
skipping
everywhere.
around.
Everything everywhere all at once.
Boots good and around.
So they do somehow get into the truck.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, they look in and the keys are just in there. And it's
Why
like
do we
Old
do
Town,
You
Watertown.
can't get it into
people,
gear.
that's
I guess.
so Watertown.
It's so Watertown. So trusting.
Classic.
Yeah. They leave their front door unlocked.
And then they see in the rearview mirror, red coat
This is like
in the hay.
In the hay, I
like a
said
Jaws
tunneling
kind
through
of-
like Bugs Bunny. Like,
that.
Yes.
It's like
perfect.
scary.
yeah.
Like Bugs Bunny.
And they're kind of looking at each
Just
other
like
and
it's
they're like, okay, now get out now. And then they go in and they start yanking at the hay, trying to get the red. No, Emily gets like a rake or something.
A
She's
hoe.
stabbing.
A hoe. Get it? She picks up a hoe.
it all
Which is
comes
funny.
full circle.
That's fun.
This is psycho.
Yeah.
Of like, do you want to
There's a
kill?
person in there and you're smacking it with a hoe.
You're going to kill Redcoat, which I don't
Yeah.
think we want to do.
There's enough
She's
red.
annoying. But like, we don't want to.
We want to
murder someone.
apprehend
No.
her.
She's already, well, you know, Emily has already murdered before we do.
That's true. She's got it, and once you got a taste for it.
Out for blood. Then Travis, we see confessing his witnesshood at La Policia station.
La policia.
And my next note just says, give it up, Paige. Don't know what that's referencing. Just every time I see her, I want her to leave,
Can I just say on La Policia,
of course.
we're so close to the end, and this is such a tangent. We saw like a cute little like pug the other day in the park, and it just had on like a little like jacket on, but it was like a police jacket and it said like police.
Police
and then
pug.
I was like, I want that for pudding, but I want it to be La Policia.
Yes.
So when people come over and then pudding walks in, it's like, oh my God, it's La Policia. And it's just our cat. La Policia.
Waddling into the room.
And that really tickled me. Anyway, so La Policia.
Well, you just might have that coming in the mail by the end of this
Whoa.
sentence.
Whoa.
Then Cece, we see Aria go to Ezra's door because Emily confesses everything that's going on with him and Malcolm. Malcolm's being taken away and she's like, you got to go see him. And she just like rocks up at his door and he's like, does Jake know you? And she's like, no, I came here alone, blah, blah, blah. And they're talking. And then they're just talking and catching up. And then we zoom out and we see Cece in a black hood.
Oh.
So she's red squirrel and black hood.
She loves a hood.
She loves
And I get that.
hoods. It's cold
As people
on
that
your
live in
ears.
Melbourne where it's like it's raining, it's sunny, it's everything, I get wanting a hood.
The wind chill.
Yeah.
The wind, oh my God, the wind at the moment is so annoying.
It's going like,
It's windy.
It's crazy. Ezra says, it's a mess. Ezra says, it's a mess and I don't want to drag you into it. And I'm like, you fucking do.
It's all he's
Like,
been doing all episode.
You've been acting like, to be honest, like me at 14 when I want people to ask me how I am. And it's like, I'm fine. Like he is fishing.
He's
He
doing
is.
a very, like a
fishing for
Facebook
flatheads.
message that's like having a tough time.
status.
And then people are like, what's going on? You're like, don't want to talk about it.
Nothing. Hayley is so upset today. And then it's like, why? Don't worry.
My MSN like screen name being like, wake me up on September.
Little heartbreak emoji.
On the 1st of September.
Oh,
And then
And
people
somebody's
being
like, what's going on? I don't want to drag you into it.
it's a mess and I don't want to drag you into it. I'm having a custody battle.
No big deal. I'm
Then
a
in the-
pedophile. Then
It's not a massive deal, but I'm a pedophile.
I don't want to drag you into it, but I'm a pedophile. Then so Cece's listening at the door and it's like, oh my God. And then we have an A scene where we see a bunch of knitted dolls of the 4 girls plus Mona.
These are new kinds of dolls.
They are.
They're different.
Big
They're not like the
heads.
China doll kind of vibe.
No, but
Like a
it
homemade
makes
Bratz doll.
they are like a
They
homemade
did
brat, like a
look
soft.
like a homemade Bratz doll.
soft Bratz-
Or like a Mycene.
And you know what? It makes sense. It brings back the knitting needle from before.
Yes, I
Yes.
did say, I guess A's thing is knitting now. A new hobby every week.
True. Which you would know.
It's true.
King
Gotta
of
pick up new
hobbies, eh? And then they stab the Mona one with the knitting
Yes.
needle.
Which I guess
Very
in the recap, they were described as voodoo dolls, I suppose.
Yes.
So.
You are my voodoo child.
My voodoo child. Baby.
Shout out to Nat Bass.
Of
Oh, shout out
course.
to Nat Bass if she ever wants to come on the pod.
Another fish. Another iconic fish.
Another beautiful fit.
Wow.
True.
Bass. Now, that was episode 411.
Dale, what did you think of that episode?
Great. I enjoyed it. I feel like, that was, I guess, the penultimate before the big
Season finale.
We said after we
sorry,
watched
mid-season
it,
finale.
Mid-season finale.
because after we watched that, we had so many notes, and like, I was like, I feel like so much shit happened, and so many storylines were like gearing up to be resolved, and then I'm like, oh, it's the episode before it's a penultimate, so it's like a lot happens in a penultimate.
They're really ramping up for everything to be solved.
And I did
Yes.
tell Dale, I'm
Solved.
like, PLL's mid-season finales are like always they're better than season finales.
Yeah, often.
They're
Yeah.
incredible.
It was, it's very good.
I love.
And we'll get to that
Good episodes.
in 2 weeks
Coming
from
up.
whenever this is released. Woo!
I forgot to research trivia. Which
Who cares?
And I reckon we just want to crack into the segments, seggies, seg rolls.
rolls.
Anyway,
Yum.
head to our Instagram, call.and.adult, and one of our pinned posts really breaks down why these segments are called what they are. So if you're confused, welcome. Go follow us on Instagram and look up that pinned post. All right. Who is the hottest adult of this episode? How old's Jake?
We talked about this before.
I know.
We
He's
think
like
he
19.
actually is an adult because we
They
don't
all
see
are.
him at school. He owns a business.
Oh.
So we're pretty sure he's also a pedophile.
They all, it's crazy.
Are really
I think I
good
might say
type.
Tanner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because
yeah.
she comes
She's got a
in
good
cunty.
Oh,
energy.
yeah. I guess there wasn't that many adults.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the man from Watertown.
I was going to say
Watertown,
a Santa Claus.
That's charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riz.
Yeah, he's got it.
He's got
He's got
Riz.
it.
Yeah, he's
He's-
leaving his keys in the car.
Yeah.
And I was on his
He's leaving
side.
his keys in the cars, but being like,
No.
don't do that. Don't go in there.
And I think he was like, You can.
You know what he's
Hat
saying?
tip, you can.
He was saying, don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness later.
Oh my God.
That thing.
Also, I guess
Absolutely.
if it's just hottest, I guess is Cece an adult? She's hot.
She is hot.
That's an accurate statement.
She is peeping through that hole, listening in that ear, wearing that coat.
Yeah, wearing that coat.
Wearing
that coat. She does look hot in the coat.
She does.
And she looks hot in the hoodie. Wow. Okay. What was the yikes of this episode? For me, it was the knitting needle through the hole nearly in the eye. That actually really made me go like, oh.
For me, it was Ezra being like,
oh.
So your phone isn't broken, I guess.
His like manipulation tactics.
It was so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Do you have any other yikes?
Yikes.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much
I think they're the main yikes. We've got a physical yikes and like a
emotional yikes.
Emotional yikes.
Yes.
Who gets a buttercream from us? Daddy Hastings, who deserves a little treat in this episode.
I think Caleb deserves a treat for taking orders, being cute, kissing his girlfriend, conspiring with his mother-in-law to have his girlfriend have a normal life while she's incarcerated.
I think he likes taking an order from a woman. As in, I think he likes like
he's happy. He's
he's very comfortable in himself, and I think he likes helping the women in his life and being told clearly what to do.
He's a feminist.
He is a feminist. Oh, I love him.
Also, I guess Jake.
Another
for standing up for.
Yeah.
All right.
And the boots were cutie.
Yeah, true.
The boots were cutie for like the time. I think they're very cute.
Yep.
They'd look good at like a Taylor Swift concert now. I
was
feel
about to say,
like
they're very
I
now.
think they're kind of back.
Yeah.
And Toberky can have one just because he's like, you know what I mean? Like
just chuck him a bone.
Just chuck him a bone. Yeah, I'm like, have a chocky and get over it.
To hear a deceased mother singing and then have to just like eject it and go on like a task.
To have your girlfriend, I guess, be like, get that out. Stop listening to that. Oh,
like,
shut up.
He's like under, I think to quote Spencer, under a spell.
Yeah.
And he really captured that in this episode. So he definitely deserves a buttercream because he's going through it.
He's extremely susceptible to age.
Travis, I guess, for like whatever.
for the money or whatever?
For the plot.
Yeah, I suppose.
Do it for the plot. And then who needs to wait for Crazy Bread, Noel Khan? Where the fuck is Noel Khan? Do I say that every time this segment rolls around?
Where is he?
Show?
I don't know.
That's a great question. Where's
he
Noel?
at?
Where's Mona?
I haven't seen Lucas in 8 years.
The parents are kind of
the parents are unbelievably AWOL. We spoke about that last episode.
Where are the mums? We always are asking this question.
Where are the mums? Anyway, so who needs to wait for Crazy Bread? Ezra.
Absolutely Ezra. Going loopy.
Whoever's stabbing the knitting needles, wait.
Absolutely. I am going to say...
Just wait.
Just wait a second.
Hold on a second.
Just hold on. Travis does need to wait for Crazy Bread just in like how he navigated the first 3/4 of this episode. I think there's like, just go up to someone and tell them.
Yeah.
I know it's a hard thing to tell them, but like it's
you just
scary.
Use your words.
You're being weird.
Stop being weird.
It's getting weird.
Weird.
What gave us a hardcover? So what made us erect? What was horny?
For me, it was Caleb, Hannah kissing hallway.
Oh,
That's all
when they walked into the line.
Oh
dance.
yeah, that was great.
Yes.
Like genuinely, they both. It was bisexual dream, which they are as a couple, as humans.
Absolutely. You know what also gave me a hardcover? Cece on the door for some reason. I was like, her skin is glowing.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Snooping and I like
This is weird. I love her facial composition of like her nose and her lips. She has like a really interesting face.
She does. I think that's what the kids would call a face card.
Face card. It is a face card. Doesn't decline. She has a really interesting face.
Yes, facial harmony. I think
facial harmony, sorry, is what it is. Yeah.
Oh.
That's it. Because like people talk about like, oh, you don't have to have the right composition
your individual elements can
to have good facial harmony.
Yeah.
And she does have really interesting features.
She does.
That are it's facial harmony.
Fitted together well.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Cool. Guess we all love Vanessa Ray. I think her name is.
Slay, Vanessa Ray.
And then what gave us a soft cover?
Not yucking anyone's yum, but the putting on the shoe in the brew.
In a public.
Yeah.
Like
the shoe in the brew really.
Because you don't even really want to be taking your shoes off there.
No.
So.
Wait. The shoe in the brew made me go, ew.
Oh my God. Dr.
that?
Zeus over here.
The
doctor's in the house.
The doctor's in the house.
My prescription, a couple of rhymes.
That'll help.
I feel better already.
Yeah, that was the soft cover for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who gets a wine from Byron?
Where is it? Give Byron.
Where's he at?
Where's our boy? Give him
Is he
a
still
wine.
behind the camera?
Not in this episode. And you can tell when it's a Chad Lowe directed episode because they're nice. They're really good scenes. Who gets the wine from Byron?
Let's give Hannah and Caleb a wine to share, just like enjoy each other's company, have a wine on a date. Let's give Toberky a wine to drown his sorrows.
Let's give Jake one because he is an adult, unfortunately. And he can have one.
Caleb another one for going after Toby. Keeping him in check, stopping him breaking into that car or whatever happened.
The Toberky Caleb friendship is great.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Which I've said before, it's nice. I really like it. And then what was the line of the episode? I mean, look, I think the only line I have is that one that
it's me, Spencer. I'm climbing into the crawl space. Beautiful. It's funny.
What about what about giddy up, little doggy?
Oh, that is.
You're right, Dale.
And the delivery on that line was really special.
The tip of his hat.
Giddy up, little doggy. All right.
Oh my God.
Just quickly, we have some questions for Dale. So I think what I'm going to do is like kind of cut them up. So we'll do some today and then some for the next episode.
Let's
hot seat,
ride.
Let's ride. So let me just.
Dale, let's vamp in the meantime. What are you dreaming about recently?
Recently I've been dreaming about getting lost in various spaces. Last night it was a giant university that I couldn't navigate properly. I had to get to a class, an unspecified class. I was late.
Terrifying.
And it was confusing.
Wow.
Just quickly, I just also on the Vanessa Ray thing, we had a listener write into our Q&A, Erol.Elkim. Love you so much. They said, I serendipitously met Cece, aka Vanessa Ray, or she was so nice.
Aww.
That's good to know.
That was like such a word salad because there were many spoilers in that, actually. So edit around that.
Beautiful.
Okay, cool. Let me read just some of these. Okay, well, the first thing from KM Ruffle, who we love, said, I've been waiting for more King Dale on the pod. Icon. Great.
Important.
From Poppy Playdate, who is Melbourne friend of the pod.
Icon, Julia.
Who is Dale's fave character and why? Can't be A because Dale is A.
It's true. I kind of like myself.
We accidentally answered this already.
Yes.
Yeah. Hannah. I like Hannah.
Great.
Great. Shut up.
There is another one from Wilma Smith that also says, I need to know who his favorite character is from what he's seen. Love you all. Thank you. How does it feel to be A from Ruthie?
It's great. I'm spending so much money on props.
We have a mortgage to pay off.
I have a garage full of dolls. I have a garage full of
I need a park in that
packages.
garage.
Just sending a lot of texts.
Who, if you were from Maisie May, if you were A, how would you mess with the girlies?
Oh.
Scary.
I guess just follow through on anything. I feel like A has got a lot of plots and doesn't really like land anywhere. So maybe just
hot take.
So that's a hot.
Yeah. I don't know how you mess with them more. They're really kind of like pretty fragile.
I don't. Yeah, you'd almost want to like just like gaslight them almost.
Yeah.
Like you'd want to do something almost small.
Yeah.
Because they get messed with on a very big scale.
A is pretty like omnipotent, so you could really just sneak in and do that thing how you slice a little bit off everyone's furniture every day so they feel like they're getting taller. Or you add a little bit to everything so they feel like they're getting smaller.
And it would make you feel crazy. I think that's torturous.
Yeah.
And that would be very you because it's very like subtle and attention to detail.
It's true. It's a little crafty.
It's a little crafty. Yeah. And last one for this sesh from Eva Carrybird, who we love. Which character do you hold in the highest regard? And people ask such good questions.
That is true. I think Hannah's mum.
Ashley.
Mama. I guess I just got stuck. Mama. Because she's dealing with a lot and she holds herself so well.
She
does.
Really
She's
does.
being wrongly accused of a crime.
Wow.
And she's hot as fuck.
She's so hot and we're going to see that later.
We're going to see a whole lineup.
We're going to see a whole...
We're gonna
see a hole.
She's showing hole.
She's
Spoiler.
Next step, she's showing hole.
She's showing hole.
Spoiler.
Dale, thank you so much for coming on this pod, but you'll be back.
Thank you for
in a
having
fortnight.
me.
We're so glad to have you.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm looking
you.
forward to being back next time.
All right, well.
Only a fortnight.
I'm Post Malone.
I'm pre-Malone.
Whoa.
And I'm during Malone.
You are currently Malone.
Currently Malone. None of us are Taylor Swift.
I'm Maloning.
I'm going to Malone.
And I think that's a perfect way to end it.
Hayley, love you.
Ash, I love you. Dale, I love you.
Dale, I love you.
Love you all.
We love you, Dale.
If you're at home right now, I don't care what the time is.
You must.
Would you like to join us in this?
Ooh, what's happening?
Who knows? You gotta close your damn blinds.
Because you never know when you might look out the window and see Dale going, what's happening?
I love the panic of what's happening.
You have so many bits that I don't know which end
We
bit
really
is
do.
We really do. And that's what's happening is that Dale might be outside your window because he's A, so close them.
I'm peeping.
Climbing in your window, snatching your people up.
Oh.
Anyway, ciao.
Bye.
See ya.
Toboki.
Beautiful
listeners, if you didn't know, we actually have a Patreon, which we call the Dollhouse. So come hang out in our Dollhouse.
We also have a YouTube channel, so if you want to watch this episode and other episodes, head to our YouTube channel and subscribe.
And you can find all updates at our Instagram or look in the episode show notes.
We love ya.
We love you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Call an Adult. We appreciate you more than Alison appreciates immortality, my darlings. Please give the show some love by giving us a 5-star rating and review on your podcast platform of choice.
You can stay up to date on episodes by following our Instagram at call.an.adult, as well as our respective Instagrams at Ashley Crapapp and at Hayley Tanto. Have a lovely day, and don't forget, shut your damn blinds! See ya! Call an Adult is recorded on the stolen lands of the Boonwurrung and Woiwurrung people of the Kulin Nation. We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of the land. Sovereignty was never ceded.